This was an absolutely amazing day fishing out of Oregon Inlet in North Carolina, the Outer Banks. We fished 2 towers. You're looking at a tower in this clip right here. One tower's about 25 miles out, another one's I think 18, and then we also fished a wreck on our way back in. Everywhere we went, we caught fish. We caught king mackerel, cobia, mahi, a bunch of other stuff. Very fun day. Everything was caught casting pretty much. Very tough to top that, and we didn't see a single boat all day. By far one of the best days I've ever had out of Oregon Inlet.
Did you have a bite on the way down?
Yeah.
Got him on. Steve's on. Go, go, go.
So you'll see Steve just hooked up right there. He ended up having a false albacore, or bonita, as we call them. We were throwing, I think they were 2-ounce sting silvers on pretty heavy spinning rods with a little bit of wire in front of them, because we stopped in on this tower a couple days previous on our way back in from an offshore trip, and we were getting sliced off like crazy on butterfly jigs, diamond jigs, anything, by the king mackerel that were absolutely everywhere, mixed in with the false albacore on these towers. So we rigged up all of our jigs with a little bit of wire in front of them to try to prevent losing so many jigs. That guy right there is the reason we had to horse all of our fish. Lost a lot to kudos.
Oh, Steve!
God, it's gone. That might have got completely taken out.
That spoon he's using might be a little better.
There's probably a wire on that. Yeah, I probably got it through the wire. Really good cable.
Ron?
King. No, I'll probably just try to sling him. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Whew. There he is. Feels more bonita like. Yeah, that's bonita. He's just gonna get eaten, but get that gaff ready. Yeah, they're already eating him, I think. Oh yeah, his motor is gone. Oh, it was a king. Small one though.
Ate the king's faster.
Yeah. It was only the second bite.
So you'll see me tossing in a live blue runner on a king mackerel rig right here. There was tons of bait on the tower legs. You'll probably see it in several of the clips, a huge school. It was a mixture of blue runners, Spanish sardines, and goggle eyes. Beautiful baits. I was filling the live well up with them just in case we ran across some stuff where we needed live bait. Those were really beautiful live baits, and I'm definitely not one to ever pass up on using that stuff if I can find it.
Yeah, up top right here.
Wire?
Yep, right here. I just redid it. Hasn't caught a fish yet.
Steve, how deep was that fish?
There he is. Feels like a bonita. He's gonna get crushed though. Yeah, why? We're not gonna be able to put near enough heat on him, you know, with these king rigs.
What would you want to put on it?
Might have a cuda.
Could have an AJ.
I don't think we're gonna get him on these hooks.
You'd be surprised, man.
I use these hooks on crankbaits, Wyatt.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you got like 6 in.
This might be a AJ. Kind of fighting like one. Oh, that's for sure AJ. Should I put, right?
Yeah.
I'll back my drag off if it's a cobia.
So due to the way the fish was fighting and how it didn't take me in the tower, even though we were right beside the tower when I hooked it, we were thinking that there was a decent chance this could be a big cobia. We never got a look at the fish, but decided to just take our time with it and see if we could get it to the boat on that king rig. Drifted away from the tower, probably fought it for 10 minutes, and that's when you're catching up to right here, and you'll see what transpires.
Oh, what's he doing? He's acting really funky right now. Really funky, like a shark maybe eating him, or maybe kudas. Good chance. Something's not right. Oh yeah, he's getting chewed. Definitely by those kudas. I'd like to at least get the head up and see what it was. I feel like it was probably an AJ. Big AJ. Oh, that was a shark.
Shark and a half.
Woo! Let's see if he is around. You ready to get in?
That's how it goes, man.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
There he is. He was a ways down there.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was way down there. But I think he'll come back, right? He should.
Man.
They're finicky sometimes.
Get back to fishing. Yep.
I would like to see. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. No. Oh, there's another. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Here, don't. Just
Look at him.
Here he comes. Trying to tease him. Oh, still got it.
There's one behind you.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that one's big. That's the big one.
Good stuff.
That was a big one too.
AJ? Oh yeah.
Sorry if you didn't like seeing the sharks. I'm not crazy about them either, especially when they take our tunas, but an amberjack is not a fish that's going to make or break my trip if I don't get it in the boat, and it was pretty cool to see those sharks up close like that. They already ate most of them anyway, so it was just cool to watch them. You see right here, I'm catching more live baits, and it gets pretty interesting here in a minute. So 9 out of 10 trips, that bucktail in that rod holder just stays there, but not today.
Oh wow. Hey, two cobia, two cobia. Get a live bait, Wyatt. Yeah, we're gonna need live bait, I think. Got him on. Get that net, because we might be able to get him quick, Wyatt, because I'm worried about... No, the other one looks short. Wyatt, just hurry, I might be able to get him right now. The other one's already gone, Wyatt. He's out, hook out.
Bringing a green cobia in the boat is probably one of the worst things you can do. However, you saw what just happened to that amberjack. I wasn't going to leave that fish in the water for any longer than I had to. We got him in the boat. Pretty cool.
Got the hook.
Steve has a bonita that got eaten by a king, or by a
so it was a
cuda.
just on him, took him out.
Yeah.
Of the water.
I think you have a big bonita also.
Belly.
He's all jacked up too.
You want to gap this cuda?
Not really.
Wow, I reckon you got open.
So yeah, you saw there a couple more false albacore getting mauled by the many kudas at the tower, which prompted our next move to the other tower to see if we could find some fish that maybe had a little less toothy critters around. I think we landed 3 king mackerel at this tower and lost just as many to barracuda. Same with the false albacore. We were hooking a lot more of those than the kings, and most of them were getting eaten, so we decided it was time to move.
So, dude, oh my gosh. I've never seen this many cobia, ever. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna hook one.
There you go.
God, that's a big one. I want a big one.
This is our very first stop at this tower. My dad pitched a sting silver out there that we'd been using for those king mackerel, and when he reeled it to the boat, probably 30 cobias chased it up. The most I've ever seen, and I've spent a lot of time sight fishing for cobia from a tower. Pretty impressive to see that. So we decided it was probably best for us to regroup and get better prepared, get some more bucktails rigged up, because a school that size probably was not going to leave, and we were going to get another shot at them. Steve also hooked a king mackerel, so we had to get that fish in the boat before we could do anything.
Oh, it's a nice king. Nice king.
That's Cuda's right there.
You might just have to pull him in.
Swallowed that. Nice gaff. Perfect gaff.
All right, let's go. Whoa, did he swallow the whole jig?
Swallowed the whole
That's
jig.
insane.
Oh, did he?
Kicking out of his chin.
All right, let's go.
See the jig at all.
Let's go get after these
I'll work
cobes.
with that.
Here they are. Here they are. At least one. It's a big one too. No, they're not really coming up. I'm just gonna go again.
That's a better one. Isn't that about 28 there?
Yeah, it is definitely better. Do what? Yeah. Something's after me.
Get him, baby.
Cobia. Oh, he nipped at it. Ah. He's just nipping.
There it is.
It's just one. Might need a live bait. Got him.
Got him.
Shoot.
Jack too.
Shot him.
It's a cobia. Here they come, Wyatt. Here they come.
There you go.
Yes.
So Wyatt jumps in the water to try to spear a big one when the school follows my fish up. We did not know that the cobia regulations had changed. Some point during the summer, it went from 2 fish to 1 fish per day for recreational. I think charter guys can always keep 4. Kind of weird. But so Wyatt didn't end up shooting one because he never saw one big enough that he felt like it was worth him taking a shot. And we released the one that I caught, even though it was legal, because we wanted to wait and have our second fish be a big fish. So we ended up being all right, just the way things worked out. But those cobia regulations are, I mean, impossible to figure out, in my opinion. You should just be able to click on the website and it should tell you what's going on right now. I shouldn't have to dig through what the most recent proclamation is. And I'm a pretty savvy fisherman, and I'm pretty good at interpreting regulations. And if I'm having trouble with it, the average fisherman, you know, it's kind of crazy that you could even expect people to be able to follow the regulations. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on it in the future. Honestly, though, still kind of difficult to understand, but good notes for the future.
Oh God, watch it go.
I'm trying to see the school, man. I'm right behind you. You good?
AJ, look at that monster AJ with him.
Holy cow, that's an AJ. Is that a 50-inch fish?
This one?
AJ? No, the AJ.
I don't know.
That was a big AJ.
Why? They're towards the tower. You see the AJs? All kinds of AJs. There's big cobias too, though, Wyatt. They're up closer to the tower. That is a huge amberjack.
What do you want for this? You want a gaff or a net?
Probably the net.
Big black or blue bass?
Here comes cobia. Wyatt, cobia coming up right here, behind mine.
Yeah.
Too small? Ready, Steve? He's coming up. No, I'm catching this fish. No.
Little brotherly love there. Wyatt wanted me to leave it in the water to bring the school up, but I said, no, I'm getting this fish in the net. Sorry, buddy. It's a cobia. I want to catch it.
Just wait to put the net in the water till we're ready to.
So yeah, it's a good example of what not to do when trying to net a cobia. Steve didn't know. He'd never cobia fished before, and really, normally you don't encounter cobia just any given day if it's outside of the cobia migration, so we had not had any conversations about it. But yeah, you don't want to leave the net in the water for cobia because they'll see it and then they get really squirrely around the boat. So what you want to do is wait until you're ready to actually coast that fish into the net to put the net in the water.
Say when, baby.
It's another nice fish.
It is nice.
It's nicer than the other. Watch the net. Ready? No, Steve. No.
I gotta put my shirt on. That hurts so bad, old jellyfish. Damn. Oh my God.
Wait, Steve. If you put the net in the water, he sees it and he'll swim away. All right, here we go. Money.
Lift up your line.
There's a lot of fish here.
I could see keepers, but
We're having a day. Wyatt, how big was that? How big was that? How big was that AJ, Wyatt?
big.
He was like 3 times the size of this cobia.
God, my gloves are terrible. Here,
No.
let me just grab it with my gloves.
We can net him.
Well, here.
It always seems easy, Wyatt, but it's
Well,
not.
these gloves.
Oh, okay. That's like 60 or 80 pound leader, Wyatt. Here, Steve, I'll rig that rod up.
So there's another cobia release on the bucktail. Steve had one run him in the tower too. Yeah, for the sake of the bucktail, sometimes we'll try to grab the fish and get the hook out instead of net it, because a lot of times when you net the fish, the bucktail will get wrapped up in the net and it'll destroy it. And we didn't have a ton of bucktails with us. That's why Wyatt and I are sitting there trying to wrangle a fish that really we have no business trying to grab it with our hands.
Yep.
So this one requires a good bit of explaining. I know you guys are probably getting tired of me freezing the frames, but I like to explain the story as it happened. So we were running back from the tower to hit a wreck on our way in and spotted a sea turtle. And we had seen several sea turtles. In the summertime, we'll always stop and try to check them, but you know, the water was like 72 degrees and it was green. It's not really Mahi temperature. In the summertime, when that water's up near 80, you got a good chance at finding some small Mahis around them. But anyway, we see this sea turtle as we're arriving to our spot, and so I grab a big bucktail to lob over there just kind of to do it, and we see a big swirl next to the turtle. My bucktail gets slammed, and I don't hook the fish, and I start reeling it to the boat, and I see this big Mahi behind the bucktail. You know, it had chopped that tail off the bucktail, and I was scrambling because it happens very fast, and with a turtle, once that turtle dives, the fish follows it, and you don't have a shot at it anymore. So I kept throwing the bucktail over and over to keep that Mahi excited, keep him interested, while I'm screaming at Wyatt to try to grab a live bait, and all we had rigged up was like a 3-ounce Carolina rig that I had to drop live baits at the tower. But Wyatt grabs that rod, puts a live bait on it, and lobs that Carolina rig over to the Mahi, and it smokes it. It was a really nice bull, and we're in this, you know, awful looking water, and somehow this fish was there in October. I don't know, really special fish, super cool. And we've just been out there enough to see how many times that you'll have little things like that happen and you got to move so fast, and we've just done it enough that we're able to kind of take advantage of those situations when they happen now.
It's a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You want to back us up some?
Yeah.
That turtle is still up. Someone should cast a bucktail over there and see if there's anything else.
Good.
Yeah, that's a bad time to put the fish on.
It's right here. It's right here. Right here.
All right, neutral.
Dang, this might not work.
You get the gaff, man.
Where's the gaff? It's up top. Turn into him a hair down.
Please don't make fun of me for having a big cobia net in hand when that mahi was beside the boat. If you look at the shape of this gaff, that's why I was not so sure about using the gaff, but decided better use it because that was our best chance. This gaff has seen some action. Shout out to Scott for letting us bum his boat. But yeah, I think we're going to get him a new gaff for Christmas.
Shut off.
No. You're recording. Just tap the screen if you need to see where you're
Okay,
pointing.
okay.
Turn into him a little bit, Dad. In the boat! Yeah!
I got this. I got this.
Stays in the boat.
Hey boys, do that. Come on, do that. That was good work, boy.
Try to get a picture. That gaff barely got him, dude. That's a nice one, dude.
That's a nice solid fish. Pretty fish.
Way worse on the Carolina rig, man. Got it. Yeah.
Hold him up a little higher. Yep.
So that's it as far as footage I have from this trip. We ended up catching another gaffer mahi. I was sitting on the bow while we were bump trolling for king mackerel, still in this, you know, gross 72-degree green water. And I looked in front of the bow and there was a fish swimming up there as a gaffer. So we pitched a live bait to it and got that one also. Really crazy day. Ended with the 2 gaffer mahi, cobia, had I think 4 king mackerel, maybe 10 Spanish mackerel, 2 sea bass, and, you know, released a bunch of false albacore. So killer day, tons of casting, lots of, you know, ridiculous action. Gonna be tough to top that one.